We had an amazing weekend of Overwatch. The Defiant beat all expectations in this tournament, coming from the knockout stage and beating the Valiant, then beating the Atlanta Reign, but then ultimately falling short against the Philly Fusion. Instead of breaking down a game-winning team fight, I wanted to break down a lost fight against the Fusion to kind of see what we could have done better to have potentially taken a map off them. Let's get started. Let's start with map 1 and look at the first team fight.
This has been really dominant. They both locked it in instantly, no thinking about any sort of weird compositions.
Yeah, and the scrim meta, I mean, it develops pretty quickly, even over the course of a tournament. Teleporters out early, and Sato with a big boost open into the Toronto Defiant front line. It takes down KARQ'S! The speed from the Fusion, excellent to kick things off.
Sato just did unreal damage at the start of that mid-fight. I think he hit all 6 players of the Defiant 2-3 times with a hammer swing. This guy has a shatter already. That is actually disgusting. I mean, we're seeing that from the top down.
Usually when teams win the first fight on control, they end up taking the entire round. So let's see exactly what happened here. Both teams are running the exact same composition, a mirror Symmetra Mei with the Rein Orisa and Baptiste Lucio. The game plan revolves around teleporting your team as far as you can out the gate, which you can see both teams did here. Use your Lucio to speed boost immediately, and then you go for an initial pole or Mei wall to start the fight. However, the big difference is that Sato did not take the teleporter, and he opted instead to use a charge at the gate, which allowed him to beat Numlocked in the race to the central point of the map, giving him a bit more space to work with. This allowed Fury to pull everyone together with the Orisa halt, giving Sato the early cleave damage swings. Now you may be wondering, why didn't Numlock do the same thing? Well, since Sato used his charge for movement and Numlock didn't, that means Numlock had his charge available in this initial fight and Sato would not have been able to countercharge him. If Toronto was able to recognize Sato burned his charge already, Agilities may have been able to look for a quicker Mei wall to separate Sato since he was so far up, and Numlock could have went for a quick charge into it, potentially bursting Sato down with the rest of the team, or at least burning Alarm's immortality field on Baptiste earlier than he probably wanted to. Additionally, both Lucios pretty much did the same thing. They both speed boosted the team out the teleporter, wall rode a bit on the close wall. However, EQO swung wide and was able to get a huge icicle on KARQ'S, who then had to collapse into his team, got sucked into the Orisa pull, and then cleaved by Sato, versus Funny Astro, who went uncontested. So for every prepared strategy, there's always a counter strategy, and I feel that if Toronto had recognized the Rein charge Sato used early, they had a small window to punish it with the aforementioned counter strat. But honestly, props to Philly, great executed strategy. I'm still proud of Toronto, and I hope you guys are too. And that's it for this week. Be sure to subscribe to the channel up here and watch the other episodes of the series down here.